At the other end of the spectrum, Luke said...
Don't say that.
Other end of the spectrum. Luke said, is it OK for a person with a disability to be discriminated against by a dating agency? Now, this week, a woman in a wheelchair was devastated after she received an email from a dating site saying that before they accepted her membership, they should let her know that many people on their site were reluctant to date someone with a disability. They then suggested that perhaps she should wait until they introduced a matchmaking service, quote, for the disabled. Now, they have since apologised. Alex, is this OK?
Well, it's obviously not. I mean, the thing with me, when I was online dating, I never kind of disclosed my disability. I wanted to keep it as a bit of a surprise. For when we met up, I'd drop hints, sure. You know, I'd say to them, how do you feel about parking closer to places? You know, do you like cutting up other people's food? How much are you into high fives? That sort of thing. I'd lay the groundwork. But look, I could joke about it now. But I can tell you now that basically what the company did there, no matter what their intentions were in the first place, is what they did there was they told someone that somebody might not want them. They shouldn't bother because somebody might not want them because of what they look like, because of who they are. Yeah. Essentially. And believe me, mate, when I was on online dating, I couldn't have... If I'd have received an email like that, it would have devastated me, mate. Because I can tell you now, I remember being self-conscious of my hands. I remember not being too scared to tell people about my leg and, you know, hiding it and stuff like that. You don't need someone else to tell you the thing that you're already self-conscious of and the thing that you're most worried about somebody not wanting you for. It's not for them to say that. And you look at it and, you know, there's kind of saying a disabled-only dating service and stuff like that. You kind of stick to your own kind. You couldn't say that to anyone else. And also any other physical appearance. You wouldn't turn around to, like, people with big noses, all due respect to, like, people with big noses, and say, look, I'll be honest with you, the people with the big hooters, they've struggled on it. So maybe you need to... You know, we've got a Cyril Sneer dating app for you to crack on with. And it is like, it made me so desperately sad, and I was so desperately sad for the lady involved, because let's be honest, the dating game is a struggle for anyone, whether they're, like, able-bodied or not. I hear able-bodied friends struggling with it, and I look at it and I just think, you know, the company involved, they said, oh, well, it's a society problem. Yeah. And I get it, and I get they were saying we might not try and... We didn't want to take money and kind of give a false impression and stuff like that, and they recognise it's a society problem, maybe people a bit shallow. But if you want to change the problem, don't perpetuate it more. And it's up to us. It's up to us whether we want to be with, like, you know... And it's up to other people. We're all trying to find somebody who's going to love us for, like, who we are. And if there's anybody on disabled or anybody on a dating site and they do see a disabled person, you shouldn't, like, dismiss them, like, just out of hand, for want of a better phrase. Because I tell you what, when we say you complete me, we mean it.